Jerry West has lost his everlasting mind. So recently in some interview, Jerry West seems to believe that LeBron James, in his opinion, is the smartest basketball player ever in basketball history. So this article is by Hypebeast. It says Jerry West calls LeBron James the smartest player I've ever seen in basketball. Now this is coming from one of the, if not the greatest basketball minds in the game the sport has ever seen, in my honest opinion. So, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. So I respect Jerry West, wholeheartedly. So he goes on to say, when you watch him play, he leaves nothing on the table in terms of his personal investment in the game, his work ethic. He may be the smartest player I've ever seen play basketball. I'm a huge fan of his. He also comments on the fact that LeBron James plays the ultimate team game, making it fun for people to play with him. As you seen in the beginning of this video, you seen the Jerry West, the logo, Jerry West. You seen his jersey up there, and I admire Jerry West. I studied Jerry West, his interviews. I know that he went to, I think, West Virginia. He went to West Virginia. I know about his brother that passed away. I just listened to his story for hours and hours, and I listened to him break down and how he talks about basketball and just the way he could break things down. Now, there's a difference. Now, Jerry West never went into full detail, and he never expanded on why he believes that LeBron James is the smartest basketball player ever. Now, I wouldn't, disagree or have a problem with anything that he said if he, could expand on why he thinks that LeBron James is the, smartest basketball player ever. Because he never, talked about LeBron James' high basketball IQ, how he see the floor, how he's able to, see things on the floor, break things down, break apart, defenses and, read schemes. He never, expanded on that. He never elaborated on he never detailed how LeBron James is the smartest player. It's just, in terms of his personal investment in the game and his work ethic. So just because of his work ethic, in terms of being in shape, I'm guessing, and coming into training camp and just coming into, the game to the season in tip-top shape. Now, to say that LeBron James, let's say he's one of the most durable athletes, you could say he's one of the most well-trained, I wouldn't disagree with you. There's no dispute there. LeBron James is one of the most conditioned, well-trained athletes of all time. We could say that. But to say he's the smartest, I totally disagree. But have you ever watched the episode of Kobe Bryant Detail? And Jordan Clarkson, because when you hear players talk about Kobe Bryant and just how much of a brilliant mind he has when it comes to basketball and how he's able to break everything down on the floor. And it's the same thing that I explained about Rajon Rondo. You don't even have to listen to an interview with Rondo to see how aware and how brilliant he is, intelligent he is on that basketball court. So I'm going to read you guys a quote from Jordan Clarkson when he was explaining the difference between playing with Kobe opposed to playing with LeBron James. You're already eliminating generations before LeBron James when you give him that title and automatically crown him the smartest player ever. You're automatically eliminating players who came before him. Now, to me, Jerry West has the smartest mind in basketball. That's my opinion. But I would say after that, we would have to go with Kobe Bryant. I really value and, respect Jerry West's opinion because he's such a basketball genius. But when we talking about in terms of basketball knowledge, just being a gym rat, basketball IQ, Kobe studied the game and his, just little nuances of the game. He knew as far as like his footwork, playing in the post. I challenge anybody out there to go watch Kobe Bryant's detail and just listen to how he breaks things down. Kobe was so methodical. Kobe Bryant shorts, by the way. You know, Mamba for life. He said one big part of playing with James is that he just give us all confidence and pushing us all to be better. And then he said, compared to Kobe Bryant, during my rookie year, Kobe was always on me. Get in the gym early with him, getting shots and stuff like that. When we got on the court, he was kind of not as vocal as LeBron in terms of like being with everybody and encouraging and stuff. Kobe had his own way of encouraging guys. As I said, LeBron James is a great player. But will I say that LeBron James is the smartest player of all time? Absolutely not. There have been a lot of great players that has blessed this sport that don't get the credit that they truly deserve. It's a lot of smart players. That's disrespectful to Bill Russell, who was a coach and a player and won multiple championships as a coach and a player. So to me, that's just kind of like disrespectful and a slap to the players that came before him. Oh, and another thing, if LeBron James is just so smart, why he wasn't able to somehow figure out how to defeat the Orlando Magic in 2009 and defeat the Boston Celtics in 2010? Why he wasn't so smart to be smart enough to tell the coaches how to do his job? If I'm not mistaken, LeBron James makes the players around him better, right? Why he wasn't smart enough to teach the coach how to do his job to be able to figure out how he could defeat the Orlando Magic to get to the NBA Finals? Is he that smart? LeBron James is supposedly so smart, yet he's been on multiple super teams and hasn't figured out a way to three-peat, which doesn't make sense. He's doing all this orchestrating and putting all these pieces together in order to build a title contending team, and he's never three-peated. He has multiple finals losses. Jerry West has won in different eras. We talking about even Pat Riley. We talking about Magic Johnson and Kareem, and then we talk about a whole another era with Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. Pat Riley then goes to Miami and builds a team with Dwayne Wade and Shaquille O'Neal and win a championship. And the smartest so-called player in the world goes to Dwayne Wade's team, but he goes to Pat Riley, another brilliant mind, and he wins championships under Pat Riley. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.